Good day, grade 9 learners. Welcome to Homeroom Guidance Quarter 3, Module 14, The Responsible Me. So we're going to discuss your homeroom guidance. So the learning objectives after going through this module or your session, you are expected to number 1, evaluate the significance of assuming responsibilities. Number 2, analyze the possible and helpful ways of solving problems to different challenges in life. Number 3, promote positive skills in responding to challenges and difficulties in everyday living. And number 4, identify conditions or situations where sound problem solving skills can be employed. For the period, we have week 1 to week 3. Suggested total time allotment is 180 minutes. So materials needed is manila paper, pen or pencil, and then masking tape. For the introduction, this module aims to develop the value of caring for yourself and others starting from an early age for you to become a more responsible and productive member of the community, especially in these trying times. Likewise, this module focuses on encouraging you to assume duties and responsibilities for yourself, family, friends, neighbors, organizations, community, and society. Every individual encounters various problems, issues, and challenges that are complex, and one of these is the lack of ideas or knowledge on how to find solutions about getting stuck in this COVID 19 situation. In this session, you will be equipped with the basic skills on how to address everyday problems in a more practical and appropriate way. This module will also help you deal with difficulties by observing and practicing basic steps in solving everyday problems. Moreover, you will be exposed to activities that will help you think creatively and resourcefully in dealing with your everyday routines and tasks. This will help you to be equipped and prepared with knowledge and skills which you can apply to overcome the challenges that you encounter daily. So let's review. Time allotment is 2 minutes. From our past module, we have discussed utilizing the abilities and skills toward academic achievement, and now we come with other activities to profound our knowledge by learning duties and responsibilities to ourselves and to others. So let's try this. So suggested time allotment is 23 minutes. So the title given here is Me and My Responsibilities. So ask somebody from your family to help you in accomplishing the chart indicating different categories of life like self, family, friends or neighbors, organizations, community or society, and environment. Copy the chart on a clean sheet of paper and write what you perceive as your duties and responsibilities in each category. So this is the given chart. So the category of life is self, family, friends or neighbors, organizations, community or society, and environment. Then you are going to write the duties and responsibilities on the second column. Then you are going to answer the pressing questions. For number 1, how do you find the activity? For number 2, was it difficult to write down your responsibilities? Why and why not? And number 3, in which category do you feel you have the most responsibilities? Explain. Next is let's explore this. So suggested time allotment here is 30 minutes. So it is divided into two activities. So the first activity or activity 1, we have the responsibility tree or responsibility. So you are going to rank the posted categories on each branch of the tree. The category for which you feel the greatest should be written on the highest branch, and the least should be on the lowest branch of the tree. Lastly, you identify and write down below how they demonstrate and fulfill their duties and responsibilities for each category. So, this is the given figure of the responsibility tree. For the processing questions, number one, how did you feel while ranking the different categories of life? Number two, which experiences related to performing one's responsibilities help in shaping you are at present? And number three, why is it important to perform one's responsibilities? Next, for activity 2, so suggested time allotment here is 30 minutes. So the title is The Responsible I Am. So you are going to complete the table by filling in the three columns. So first is the challenges met in life. Second, how these challenges are solved, and try to evaluate yourself and then identify what are the positive skills developed which are very helpful in dealing with more responsibilities in life in the future. So this is the given chart divided into three columns. The first column, challenges met in life. Second column, strategies in solving challenges. And the third column is positive skills developed. So you are going to fill in this chart. For the processing questions, number one, have you internalized how tough and positive a person you are? Number two, do you think that the life challenges that you will encounter will be easier to deal with because of what you have learned and with the positive skills developed in solving them? Why? And number three, are you willing to share and help others to conquer their challenges in life? How? Let's go now to keep in mind. So suggested time allotment here is 35 minutes. So physical changes are not the only indicators that a young person like you is starting to grow. Another sure indicator that you are starting to grow is when you start to have responsibilities of your own. You may recall that when you were young, household chores that were manageable for your age were given to you by your parents or guardians. You may have been given the responsibility to feed your house pet, sweep the floor, or fold clean clothes. As you approach young adulthood, you will realize that your responsibilities increase. During this time of global health crisis, our responsibilities for ourselves and for others become amplified. Strict observance of the guidelines for proper hand washing, wearing of face mask and face shield, and observation of physical distancing must always be done. When we do our best to perform our responsibilities, we demonstrate positive skills that we, as well as others, can use to address everyday life challenges and difficulties. Taking responsibility seriously is a great step towards becoming a problem solver. Below are engaging ways for you to nurture your commitment to responsibilities. So we are going to get the meaning of the word responsible. So for letter R stands for reflect on the situation. You can choose to put the situation into words such as by writing about it in your journal or by verbalizing it to yourself or someone you trust. Think about your situation and the benefits what you and others can get if you will act responsibly. Next, for letter E is evaluate. Evaluate all realistic scenarios, good or bad. So acting responsibly and problem solving become effortless when you are aware about the possible scenarios that can happen. Next, for letter S is simplify. So simplify your situation. Sometimes we worry too much about our situations because we think of them as being overly complex. However, when we start to explore the big picture, we will start to realize that the situation is manageable after all, and it is not something that cannot be solved by a simple act of responsibility or problem solving. Next, for letter P, put into practice your great ideas. So, ideas, no matter how great, will only remain ideas if this will not be applied. So, application is important as we choose to become more and more responsible. At the end of the day, the goal is for you to be responsible even without other people's influence. Letter O is opt to gather information about the situation. When you are equipped with the right information, you can perform your responsibilities better because you see the benefits that can be derived from it. Letter N is navigate. So navigate your situation. Remember to be always in control of the situation no matter how new it may appear. To make your responsibilities in life bearable no matter what, think of life situations as something that you have to traverse. With the right frame of mind, you are on your way to becoming a more responsible you. For letter S again is stress management. Start to manage your stress at a young age. The most practical way that you can do this is to practice a healthy lifestyle. Get enough sleep, eat healthy, keep active, and be kind to yourself and to others. When you can manage your stress, you become more capable of performing your responsibilities and solving problems. For letter I, we have independent thinking. While it is imperative to consider other people's opinions and beliefs, being confident in yourself is just as important. There will be many moments in your life in which your own decision, your own judgment call, your own resolve will be the only things that will matter. For letter B, be ready to be committed. So, responsibilities are not superficial tasks that we can choose to do whenever we want or forgo when it is no longer convenient for us. When we have responsibilities to perform, we have to make sure that we can live up to it. For letter L, we learn at all times. A responsible person is not just able to help himself or herself and others just because he or she is a great problem solver. A responsible person craves learning whenever possible. He or she is not afraid to encounter difficult situations for as long as it is an opportunity to learn. For letter E, eagerness for service. When you have planted in your heart the seed of responsibility, you have to understand that you are not only acting responsibly for yourself but also for others. A person who does not have any concern for others will not mind his or her responsibilities. Next, you can do it. So suggested time allotment is 35 minutes. So the title here is My Model Citizen. So read the stories of three inspiring citizens who were able to transform difficult situations into successes which are truly worth learning from. So from Claire Ann Taboy. So as a grade 6 student at Pagudpud South Central Elementary School in Ilocos Norte, Claire spends her weekends to sell lumpiang Shanghai on the streets to earn money for her and her siblings' school allowance. Claire's mother cooks the lumpia, which the former sells around their neighborhood with the help of her father, who is a tricycle driver. Claire does not mind the scorching heat of the sun, of the tempting laughter of her friends, playing outdoor games, because for Claire, her priority is to help her family. Poverty does not deter young Claire from maintaining a good standing in class. Claire joined the campus journalism and was, in fact, a national school press conference qualifier. At first, Claire's parents were hesitant to let her join the event because the family has difficulty making ends meet, but with the support of her school, coaches, and other stakeholders, Claire made it to the national level. For Claire, joining the NSPC was a dream come true, and she believed that she brought honor to her school and the family. Claire, despite the hardships in life, will continue to write and help her family by persevering. So that is the story of Claire. Next, we have Elger David. So before becoming a teacher 3 of senior high school in Maykawayan National High School in Bulacan, teacher Elgier was once a janitor who strived to finish his studies. So coming from a poor family, Elgier understood that his parents could not send him to college. The scholarship offered by the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA gave Elger a chance to pursue college. To support his financial needs, Elger worked as fast food crew, a bagger, and a seller of eggs. Elger finished a 2-year associate degree, but he continued to pursue his dream of becoming exemplary teacher by being a college student in the morning and a janitor in the evening. Due to poverty, Elger planned to stop his studies and pursue work abroad as farmer. All of Elger's savings and efforts were put to waste when an illegal recruiter scammed him. Despite being at a low point in his life, Elger realized that he may not be financially rich, but he was rich with good friends who helped him to finish his study. Motivated by his desire to become a great teacher, Elger finished bachelor in secondary education, major in chemistry. He passed the licensure examination for teachers or LET right after graduation. Teacher Elgier teaches chemistry and computer science servicing. He became the first assessor in the division of Mekawayan City. Teacher Elgier learned that what one has become is a product of one's own actions and decisions. So that is from Teacher Elgier David. Next, last one is from Jaril Indino. So Jaril was a deaf participant of the 2019 National Festival of Talents or NFOT. His success in the division and regional festival of talents became known, and he was given the rare opportunity to represent the Caraga region in the Technolympics event of the NFOT. The sound of silence helps Jarl focus on the task at hand and complete his work on time. His trainer, Francita Monoy, found coaching Jarl challenging, especially with their means of communication. So Jarl learned sign language in elementary at the age of 16 through the help of his special education teacher, Sharon Rose Puyu. Monoy saw a great potential in Jarl that she decided to learn sign language herself so that they can communicate effectively. Monoy observed Jarl's interest in winning even as elementary pupil. Because of his diligence, Jarl learned electrical winning installation fast. Jarrell moved on to the enroll as a senior high school student at Cabadbaran City National High School. At 24 years old, Jarrell lives with his mother and sister in Agusan del Norte and his limited communication did not become a barrier for him to find a girlfriend. So that is the story of our three characters. So identify one person in your family whom you think has good characteristics in becoming successful in his or her studies. It could be your parent, your guardian, sibling, grandparent, aunt or uncle, cousin, neighbor, teacher or school personnel, fellow learner, or someone in your community. For the processing questions, you are going to answer number one, what can you say about the three inspiring citizens in the activity as well as your model citizen in your family? Number two, what characteristics do you think that they have that enable them to be successful even during a difficult situation? And number three, do you want to be like them? Why or why not? If yes, how? For what I have learned, so suggested time allotment is 15 minutes, so the title is Bridging the Gaps. You will design ways of becoming a responsible learner by accomplishing the worksheet below on a clean sheet of paper or bond paper. So this is the given chart for the activity. So bridging the gaps. So the first column, what are my responsibilities? And what should I improve to become a responsible person who responds to life's challenges positively? For the second column, we have what have I done to fully perform my responsibilities? And how will I do these improvements for self and others? For your share your thoughts and feelings, so suggested time allotment is 10 minutes. On a clean sheet of paper or coupon bond, answer the given questions below. How did you how did your experience about the COVID-19 pandemic become beneficial to you? Okay, so that's all for today. So I hope that you are able to answer now your module regarding homeroom guidance, module 14. So if you like this video, please like and then subscribe and follow. Okay, thank you.